David Olsen. I'm a partner of King & Wood Mallisons in Beijing and also chairman of the Australian Chamber of Commerce in Beijing. Currently we have around about 1,000 lawyers spread around 10 offices in China. The service sector is going through a period of enormous change in China. It's the focus for development. It's the new economic model based around consumption. So there's nothing, frankly, that different between operating here or in any other developing or emerging market. It's a question of really understanding the market first off before you invest. The services sector has enormous upside potential. A recent survey issued by the Boston Consulting Group actually talked about a break-even figure of $60 billion over the next few years if we do nothing more than maintain our market share of services. If we put a bit of extra effort into it, we could quadruple that figure. China's transformation is creating opportunities in every particular quarter. So we've got education in particular, urban design, architecture, legal and accounting, environmental and remedial services. The list goes on. There's no part of the service sector that's unaffected by what's happening in China. The number one priority for all companies looking to do business in China is to first of all understand the context. China is highly contextual. We're not talking about one China, it's China in Beijing, Shanghai, and then all the smaller cities. So get that information first. China's a very complex place. It's a developing economy. Rules are changing quite regularly. So the biggest pitfall, I think, is a failure to really do the due diligence and to understand what the legal and regulatory regime is before arriving. Get advice. I think our key has been just a commitment over a long period of time to start to understand the market, to build up slowly, test ideas, and then take things forward when we're satisfied we've got the risk under control. In our case, we were putting a high emphasis on our international capabilities, so we were working with our Chinese partners to do things that they couldn't otherwise do in a global context. The thing that we've done particularly well is invest in our people. So we have already, under our combined firm, a lot of training programs that are being run through our several offices in China, Hong Kong and Australia. So we do them by video conference, we have off-site meetings. So the strategy behind that is getting to know people, because at the end of the day it's all about individuals working well together, and then adding the layer of professional training on top of all of that. Well, I think the three things that Australian companies need to be aware of. First, context, because this place is changing so very rapidly. The China of today is a very different China to the China of 5 years ago, certainly 10 years ago. So talk to people, understand things. Second thing, have a China strategy. Be very clear about what you're trying to do in which part of China. And the third thing is really to have a business model that is sufficiently flexible to be able to accommodate a rapidly changing business environment and political environment, and have the leadership that's got a longer term focus to commit to the long-term haul.